Hey everyone, it's Nancy with She's Got Yarn. Happy Friday! We're all headed to STEINHATCHee. My husband finally got the golf cart fixed. He's hauling it in a separate vehicle in my black truck. But we're going to spend a week at the river. I only brought 2 projects. Or did I? No, I brought 3. Actually, I'm going to try something. Jennifer with Cinnamon Stitches gave me a great idea. I'm currently making a baby blanket for one of my employees. They just had a baby yesterday. I don't know what it is about this stop sign, but everybody wants to run it. Every time I leave the house there, it's like they're like halfway in the road. It's weird. Anyways, what was I telling you? Oh, so I'm using Sweet Roll Frosty. Anyways, what I want to do is I'm doing the baby blanket and I'm kind of coloring control, but I want to do the trim and knitting. And if I don't do it in knitting, I'm just going to do a single crochet, but it's kind of going to be like a tummy mat, you know. I don't know, it's a blanket. But anyways, I was thinking, I use the Nan Next Knots pattern because it's so mindless. But what I was thinking is the bag that Jennifer made, make it out of that frosted yarn. But because it's acrylic, I'm gonna hold a number 1. This is like a mercerized cotton with it, so I'm going to make the bag so the bag doesn't stretch. Does that make sense? I'm hoping it'll hold it together, but I'm going to knit it. I'm going to try. Just running this 2 strands together, but I want to do a portion of the bag knitted. I think that would be so cool, like color control. I can't show you the blanket right now. I'll come back on this video to share that with you, but I'm gonna try. It's really hard to do projects when you're on vacation and you're entertaining people. My best friend is coming today with her 2 grandbabies. I wish I had my grandbabies, but I haven't earned that privilege of taking them out of town yet. Not yet, I don't know. I call them helicopter parents, and in today's world, I don't blame them. My kids are so opposite of what I was. I was a very laid-back mother. I mean, when it came to that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I had to pick and choose my battles. I was tough on my kids. That's, you know, so they would become good people. But when it came to, like, if my mom ever said, can I take the kids to the river, I would have said, what time can I bring them? I didn't have that luxury. No, I drug my kids everywhere with me. Even when I worked a couple jobs, I can remember mornings it'd be like 27 degrees. And I would drag the kids. I'd have Tiffany in a snowsuit. I can remember when she was like just a baby, probably 12 months old. I put her in a snowsuit because it was cold out in those kennels on the farm. I wish this guy knew what he was doing that's in front of me. Oh, he's on his phone. Either that or he's drunk. There's 2 people on this side of the road, in the road, on a major highway. You can hear the semi blowing their horn. What's wrong with people? Ooh, gotta get gas. I'm gonna stop and get gas. They're out of the road now. scared my kids to death. They would never walk on a road like this. Tiffany said, Mom, you had me scared to death. Somebody's going to kidnap me half the time. It's because I watch too much TV, I guess. When they were little, like probably 3, 2, and 4, Joey and Tiffany, Jeffrey Dahmer. No, it wasn't Jeffrey Dahmer. It was the, can't think of his name. He was a serial killer. He was here in Florida. He killed a bunch of college students. Can't remember his name, which is fine. He's a dirtbag. He's dead. They executed him. Oh, anyways, around that time, it's when my kids were little. So I was like, I would always talk to them about strangers, and you know, if anybody pulls up next to you when you're riding your bike, you scream and run. You know, nobody will ever tell you that I said they could need to pick you up, you know, that kind of stuff. I drilled that stuff into my kids' heads when they were little, and Tiffany to this day reminds me of how scared I had her. She said I had her petrified. Oh well, it worked. She turned out to be okay, and she's the boss. She's strong-willed, and we're like best friends now. She hated me when she was a teenager. I don't know why. Alright, I'll be right back. Gotta go in the store. Whew, I'm back. I had to go get gum. Get my stash of gum. Now I gotta stop and get gas. And then I'm good to go. Oh wait, I gotta go to the post office. The dreaded post office. How much is gas this morning? Sometimes what it says on the sign isn't what's at the pump. Yeah, it is. Alright. I'm not turning my car off, it's too hot. Oh, okay, I just had a heat stroke pumping gas. Oh my gosh. How hot is it? It's 100 degrees. And it's 1:30. It's 100 degrees outside. Woo-wee. I need to go get something to drink. I'll be right back. Actually, hey everybody, I'm back. Headed to the river. Was it rolling down the river? I can't remember. I'm not a singer. I used to have one of those flapping fishes. I think it sang Rolling Down the River. I didn't have it. It was my dad's. I think we got it for him for Father's Day. By the office. It's hard to see if anybody's there. They shouldn't be there. We close at noon on Fridays, but I didn't go in today. Oh, I took a shower just to walk outside and pump gas in. I'm drenched. I wonder if I had a hot flash there with all of a sudden I'm melting. And it's taking 2 minutes to put a gallon of gas. And not so much, yeah, the pumps are so slow. Look at the boys. I was debating whether to bring them. I'm probably going to get yelled at for bringing them. Because we got a bunch of company, but that's okay. These guys are good. They just get really hot. And when I go inside, they gotta go inside. When I go outside, they gotta go outside. They're like my shadows. Like this morning while I was packing, loading the truck, when I was loading the truck, they would walk outside. And then if I closed the door, they would bark, so I have to go back to the door. So then I would hold the door and say, come on, inside. And they would just like mope and slowly go back inside because they didn't want to be left. Yeah, they're spoiled rotten little fur babies. Get back, when I get to the camp, I'm gonna try to show you the blanket that I'm doing, or maybe I'll show you after I'm done. I hope I get it done. I want to have it done by the time I get back to work so I can give it to John so he can give it to his wife. But I want to make that bag. I love that bag. I wish I had the yarn that Jennifer had, but it's okay. I don't have 5 bulky cotton yarn, but with that blanket yarn and this is sheep cheese, Katona. With those, maybe that'll bring it to a 5. So I'm gonna crochet. I don't know what stitches I'm gonna do yet. But I'd like to do the star stitch. Jennifer did the star stitch. Have I done the star stitch? Yes. I did it while I was watching a tutorial. Do I remember it? No. But I am bringing my phones, but I'm going to have to ride on somebody else's data because my phones don't work well out in STEINHATCHEE. You guys know I have crappy internet at the house. If I download anything, it's at the house or somewhere else. Now, last time I was in STEINHATCHEE, I couldn't download anything. And by the time I got home, I don't even think I bothered. I think I downloaded a little blurb with me on the boat on Father's Day. But prior to that, I did several videos, and it was so long before I could post them. I just deleted them. Yeah. And sometimes I repeat myself. I have caught myself doing that on videos. So, but let's see. Okay, so I forgot. I was telling you about my whips before I saw people walking on the highway. So I'm using the Frosty Sweet Rolls. I wish I could. I don't have it. It's in the very back. And then I brought the 2022 calendar for June, the Annie's calendar. It's a bunch of motifs, and I think it's going to be a very small blanket. I don't know, but what I'll do is I'll just make it grow, going around and around once I get them all together. And I think I might knit. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not that fast. I'm so jealous. Some people can knit so fast. I'm still working on that sweater. I had to frog that sweater again, but I'm almost done to get to the other side, you guys. And I don't work on it all the time. I do have a finished object. I'll share that with you guys. I did bring it, but I didn't sew in the ends yet. But I did bring in I brought my, I've got needles, because I buy needles for sewing, like the boat seats and stuff. I just gave my dad a bunch of them. Tapestry needles, so if I didn't bring mine, beach cover. It's a duster. It's a short sleeve duster. I did finish that, and it was CK yarn by Joann's. I loved working with that yarn. But I tried to start another cardigan with a different yarn. Did not like the yarn. I did not like the yarn that I was using, but it's going to be pretty if I ever finish it. I just wanted, I probably will frog it. I don't know. But, yeah. Finished that cardigan. It's like a teal color. You guys have seen it in my other video. Finished object. My sweater, I redid the top. What it is, it's like you got to do two rows of knit, and then 2 rows of the purl, and I'll forget what row, and then I don't know what I did. But anyways, I had to frog it again, not all the way, just where the ribbing part was. I've ripped that out several times. But anyways, I'm almost to the top, and then I'm going to start the other side. But knitting, I'm learning. I'm slow. But the needles I'm going to use to try to make that bag and to trim out that baby blanket, they're Knitter's Pride. They're the square knitting needles that I received from Dawn, one of my crochet sisters. I think she's trying to buy a house in Florida. They were struggling to find a house. The market's just crazy right now. I wouldn't buy a house right now. I would wait until the market's going to go down. It always does. The bubble's going to burst. They're square wood knitting needles, and I think I shared that with you in a video when I opened them. But it was a gift from Dawn. And then so I've got the Charm Grammy crochet along Annie's calendar motifs. I got to put those together, and the yarn did not come in the other colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it's 7 motifs across and 9 down. So I have 7 in every color, but I only have 7 colors. So I might have to, you know what? I do have a gray and a soft pink. I just might go ahead and put those colors in it. I wanted bright colors all the way, but I might just, gray is a neutral, and I think it'll be fine. I don't know. What you think about that? But, and the gray is kind of a funny, it's a fleck. It's part of the fleck. They had like a cream with fleck, and then like a gray with fleck. And then the soft pink. The reason I didn't use it is because I spilled coffee on it. But I'm sure I can probably dig in the center and get yarn without coffee on it. I noticed there was something on it. So, yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I have all the little circles done. It's just the color portion I haven't gotten done. And I have that like branded in my brain, that pattern. The challenge is going to be putting it together. I was listening to Charm Grammy, Lynette, talking about her putting it together, and it was a little confusing. So I'll attempt the pattern, and if I can't figure it out, I know how to put motifs together. I'll use another stitch or something. I think I know what it is, though. I think I'll be fine. Or I guess if worse came to worse, you know what I could do? No, So, those are my 3 whips. Right? And 1 finished object. And that baby blanket's going to be a finished object before I get done. It is a number 4 weight. I was like, I could whip this out in no time. I worked on it all day. Well, yeah, I worked on it quite a bit yesterday. I wouldn't say all day, but and color controlled it. I have like 3 more cakes because I've used 2 full cakes, so I have 4 full cakes left. And I was gonna like break them up and tie them all together and wind them up with my ball winder, but I didn't have the time. I had another hour. I probably could have hung out at the house, but I had all this stuff already packed up because I'm packed up for the week. Did I forget? I forgot the Yeti cooler. I forgot the good cooler. I knew I'd forget something. That's one thing I forgot, and it was right there at the back door. Well, I have me and the dogs in my phone, in my purse. And I have my crochet, right? And I got my knitting. So, but yeah, I didn't go too crazy today and take all, 20 whips. I've done that before. I didn't know what to take, so I took so many. But now I took what I was working on last night and my knitting. I always drag my knitting everywhere with me, whether I get to work on it or not. And I'm hoping I left it. I'm missing a black Vera Bradley bag, and I pray to God that I left it at the river. I think I did, because I'm missing my iPad mount, and it was in that bag. So, and it's not in the house. I'm getting really bad about misplacing and losing things.